Thailand's tourism industry and exports have driven the economic recovery since the third quarter of 2024, with GDP growing by 3% in that quarter and projected to rise by 2.6% for the year as a whole. As inflation almost flatlined in 2024 and with over 30 million tourist arrivals last year, Thailand's business leader remain optimistic about the country's economic performance in the year ahead. The chairwoman of the Joint Foreign Chambers of Commerce stated that collaboration with other nations and trade blocs is expected to boost economic growth.
On free trade agreements, they need to continue to work on the positive effect there. The Sri Lanka Thai free trade agreement comes in force, I think, now in January. The EFTA agreement, I'm from Norway myself, so I'm quite happy about that. This will be signed at the Davos now at late January. And I think the EU agreement is on good way. They're looking at maybe completing within 2 years. So these are all very positive areas, but it does require that we work on it and that we implement and we make sure that that increases trade. Thailand may in some ways have been a bit too reliant on certain countries or too few countries when it comes to trade. So I think diversifying is very important. I think another area is very positive, the Thailand signing the OECD agreement in 2024. And this is something that foreign direct investment look at as very positive.
Despite opportunities to forge trade partnerships, the chairwoman suggested that the government must establish clear policies for small and medium enterprises as well as new investors. Another imminent issue is the sluggish pace of digitalization. Wibeke noted that new investors are seeking to relocate their hubs to countries where streamlined regulations and innovation are actively supported. She emphasized that Thailand can attract top talent, but only if its existing complex rules are simplified.
When it comes to foreign investors, what is important for us is to have a clear view from the government. What is the policies that they will focus on? At the moment, this is not 100% clear, and this is something that for foreign investors it's difficult. They need to be sure that if you're looking at investments at EEC, BOI, they have very clear policies. But it's not every company that will fit into the EEC or under the BOI scheme. We need to digitalize. We need to make sure that when we invest, we do not have to wait long for a license. We need to make sure that work permit and visa process is eased. Ownership structure, the Foreign Business Act, I know that it's a little bit of a hot potato, but it is something that Thailand is competitive in many areas. And I think in order for us to bring in new innovation, bring in technology, I think we need to liberalize the service sector. We need to make sure that we attract new talents. We need to be sure that innovation comes into Thailand. And this we can do hand in hand.
In addition to the challenges with digitalization, Thailand has been experiencing increasingly frequent flooding, partly due to climate change, with northern and southern provinces submerged during the last 3 months of 2024. To mitigate climate-related issues, the JFCCT has joined a group with a Thai commercial bank and other companies to share knowledge on climate resilience. Wibeke noted implementing relevant policies to minimize climate impact is imperative for both existing and prospective investors in the country.
Everybody's concerned about the climate at the moment. So for foreign investors, if we do not see that a clear policy is put in place, investors will look at other countries to go to. So I think the government is aware of that, but we do wish to see a clear policy. You have the Climate Act that is, there's a draft on it. As JFCCT, what we would like to see is that the draft is aligned with the region. We need to see positive steps where Thailand is moving in the right direction. We should work across the sectors. Very important that we have education sector and that the government work with each single sector and the private sector together when we are looking at the climate, because they walk hand in hand. Only government working alone is not going to work. Only private sector pushing for it is not going to work. So it needs to be across academia, civil society, government and private sector.
Frank Kan Shi reporting for Thai PBS World.